This is the plaintiff, Maribel. She says she hired the defendants to install a window in her kitchen, and boy, did they botch the job. The window they ordered didn't fit correctly. They just shoved it into the existing opening, and then they took off. She's very disappointed in their sloppy work and is suing for the $500 she's owed. These are the defendants, Brian and David. Brian says he tried very hard to satisfy this customer, but every time he tried to finish the window job, she yelled at him. One day, she actually kicked him out of her house, threatened to call the police on him, and that's when he knew this woman had problems. Bottom line, he tried to complete the job for her, wasn't allowed to, and here they are. They're accused of not fitting in.
All parties, please raise your right hands. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Maribel, you are suing Brian and David. You're suing their company for $500, a refund of a deposit that, according to you, they have not earned and you want back. Tell me what happened.
Yes, Your Honor. On May 27th, I solicited the help of Brian, and we proceeded.
So they quote you to install a window. So who was buying the garden window?
So he said that as a result of me trying to contract him, I would give him half of the down payment, and then he would purchase the window for me.
Okay, so the quote was how much?
The quote was, I believe, $9,800. $980.
I was going to say, wow, you guys are really bilking her. Okay, 900 and what?
And $80.
Right, and that included the cost of the window.
That included the cost of the window. The window was like $267.
Okay, that's a total bill from the for the actual product.
After
okay.
they discounted.
Okay, so now, right, with your discount, right. You contract with them on May 27th, and then what happens?
So then, during the signing of the contract, he actually called the window distributor from my kitchen. You could overhear the conversation that the lead time on the window was 2 weeks. At 2 weeks, I'll have it in for you. I asked, how long will it actually take to install the window? I was told, oh, this is a small job, a day. In a day, I'll come in the morning. You'll have a window by the evening when you come home. So 2 weeks came and went. No call, nothing happened. After, on around June 16th, I call him back. He said he didn't know if the window was in, he would check. So then 4 days passed, he never called me back. Once again, I call. He said, no, it's in, I'll be able to install it for you. This was a Monday, so by Thursday, I'll be there. So on Thursday, came and went. He did not show up.
Did he call?
No. I call him back. Look, we've gone on, it's been over a month. We can't get this window installed. What's going on here? I have company coming. I need this done. So then July 1st, it was early in the morning. He said, I'll be there.
July 1st is the Friday,
on
right?
a Friday. He said, I'll be there at 10. And I said, fine. 10 came and went. I called home about 10:30. No one had arrived. It wasn't around 3:30 that I got the confirmation that they had arrived. I showed up at home around 4:30. When I get there, I just see lodged in the hole, it wasn't even reframed, it was just lodged in the hole, this sliding window. When I put two and two together, I realized that the window perhaps was not the right size. When I questioned both of them, to say, well, I don't see any new wood, or is that still in your truck? Do you have to go get it? Is that why you're leaving? They explained, no, we'll have to come back. We know it's not done. I asked, when will you be back? Will you be coming back later this evening? No, I'll just let you know when I can come back. I said, well, how about tomorrow? I said, tomorrow's Saturday. He asked his son to look up in the schedule when they could do it. The son said, no, we have plans, personal plans for this weekend. We're not coming back. We can't come back tomorrow. So that's when things were a little, we got a little excited there.
You said he said racist things. What did you mean?
Yes. He actually, said people like you, Asians, and Hispanics and people like you always seem to have...
He said Asians and Hispanics and people like you.
Yes, always seem to want things done when you want them done, and don't, you always seem to have some kind of expectation. And so I took that as being exactly what it meant. And I said, well, I said, I don't agree with you. I said, I'm just a customer who wants something completed when they were told they were going to get it done.
At this point, it's what time of the day?
It's going to be 5 o'clock, around 5 o'clock. He starts going off saying that I have mental problems, that I have other issues. I said, I don't need this right now. I don't need this, and this is my home. I'd like it if you leave. And I did say, if he did not leave, that I would call the police to come over and escort him out.
Okay.
From my
Was
property.
boyfriend here during any of this?
No.
Okay. How long did this window, though, take to get in?
I received a call on the 27th, and they told me that the window was in. And
So a month after you ordered it, more or
a
less.
little bit less than a
We
month.
end up ordering the sliding. The sliding window comes in, according to you, 3 weeks, 3-something later. You scheduled to go in. I'm with you on all this, okay? You come. I need you to work with me here. So July 1st, it's now Friday, and that's where I want you to take me, okay?
Yeah.
And you're in there. What goes wrong? Because I assume that it's part of the job that she's paying you for to frame the window.
Right.
So what goes wrong that the window doesn't get framed on that day?
When I pulled that frame out, all the wood that's up underneath was rotted. It was like a termite. So I realized that I had to come back and get my table saw, cut things down, because the way the window was going in.
Okay.
do a
Why
few
did you get there so
touch-ups.
late that day?
And I got there around 1 o'clock.
Why did you get there so late
I
that
had
day?
to pick up the window, and I had to go back and set the water on for the customer that was waiting.
Set the what?
We had to grout to clean things up a little bit.
Oh, you're
And
talking about the other customer.
Yeah,
I'm
the
like,
other
what
customer.
are you talking about? All right.
So I explained to
okay,
her
but
that-
whatever. All right. Now here you are. You're supposed to get the job done, and it's the 4th of July weekend.
It was Friday, yes, ma'am.
Right. And then you need to reframe it. That's what needs doing to complete the job. Why don't you guys just reframe it then?
We were going to reframe it, but it
but
started
why
raining.
are you telling her that you're going to do it 4 days later
No,
or 3 days later?
We were going to frame it up. It started raining, and she came home about 1:45 by the time we got everything out, and we had it set up, and I got the window in. I put in temporarily. I sealed it around.
Right, she doesn't
because-
want it temporarily.
I
It's
know.
also her 4th of July weekend, so she wanted it done.
Well,
so,
she didn't
but
tell
once
us
you
that.
hear, okay, but now she's telling you
Right.
that. So I'm trying to put myself in your heads.
Okay.
If I've got a customer and she's wigging out, why don't you just go to Home Depot, buy the lumber, and reframe it?
Because at about 3:45, it started raining. It started drizzling, and I said, it's going to start pouring. So we had to set everything in to protect it. When she was coming home, I was putting plastic around
Right,
it.
and was it still raining at 5?
Oh yeah, it poured
Was
out.
it still raining at 6?
Yes, it
Was
poured
it
out
still
that
raining
whole
at
night.
7?
Yep.
Do you agree with that?
No, it wasn't raining to.
Okay, because this
to
is
that
very easy. I'm
extent.
just going to get the records of whether it was raining, and one of you is going to be a liar. So
Right.
let's think this through before we answer.
Right.
Was it raining
No, it wasn't.
at all?
It was drizzle. It was something you still could have completed from
Because you're going to install a window in the drizzle. What's drizzle to you?
a fine mist.
A fine mist. And according to you, it is raining.
It had
Pouring.
moments where it came down very heavy.
Okay. So you tell her, I cannot finish this tonight. And then do you tell her, I can't tell you when I can finish it? Because
Well-
that's what set her off.
Originally, I told her, I said, when I
Not
could-
originally, at this moment
at
on
that
Friday
moment,
night.
That moment, I said I could come back on Tuesday after the
Okay,
holiday.
but you know that's got to
And-
make her angry.
And then she said to me, I really want to have it done and everything else. And I said, I understand, but I have to spend it. I said, let me talk to my son. And David said, yes. And I said, fine, we'll come back here and do it. And that's when she turned to me and she told me to leave. And I took
Had
it.
you, tell me about, she says that at one point you lost your temper and said something about
Ma'am.
you people and blah, blah, blah.
What I said to her, I said, I tried to tell everyone when I came in like I did to you, that I cannot just wait for the window to come in and install it. I have to move on to another contract. I said to her, I get people all the time, they don't understand this process, but as a contractor, if I started your job and I was in your job and I ended that job, I said, hold on till I install a window for 2 days and came back and your bathroom's dysfunctional, you'll be upset.
All right, let me touch on your
And
son
when
a
I
moment.
said to
Can you
her-
tell me, was there ever anything said that just kind of like changed the tenor of things, like you people, blah, blah?
No, there was nothing along those lines.
Nothing, nothing?
No, not from his end. When she started going on about being director of personnel and talking about how we'd never be able to drive a nail again, that's when it
But
started.
what was she trying to get you to do when she was saying that? Trying to get you to come in tomorrow?
She was, and then once we agreed to come in tomorrow,
Okay.
she just told us to get off and leave.
If I want you to come in tomorrow, and then you say, okay, well, I'll come in tomorrow, I don't tell you to get off and leave. At some point, did they say to you, we'll come in tomorrow?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, now I need your boyfriend to come up. Come on up. You are an electrician by trade.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. At some point when you get home, you call them. And does he tell you, look, we'll come in tomorrow?
No, not at all. He just finished there. I say thank you.
What did he say to you?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So the plaintiff says the defendant said Asians and Hispanics always want things done in unreasonable ways. Is that racist?
I think it is racist because it is putting both parties, Asians and Hispanics, in the same bag. Let's put it this way.
Okay, but yeah, but that in itself is not the bad thing. The bad thing is they make them that everybody is unreasonable.
Exactly, that is my point. Not all Asians and not all Hispanics are unreasonable.
Fair point.
But some of them, probably they are, but that doesn't mean that...
Some of everybody is.
Some of everybody is, but that doesn't mean that the entire community
Right.
is unreasonable.
Is it racist?
I would say so, yeah. Because versus some individual you're focusing on, you're saying Asians, Hispanics. That's a group, an ethnic group.
Pretty clearly racist, right? If it was said, going inside the courtroom.
He was telling me everything that happened between them that night.
And what did he say? No, I'm not finishing the job?
No, we finished there. I say thank you, and that was the
So
end of the
your
conversation.
testimony is that he told you we finished there.
Correct.
That's your testimony.
Yes.
Not we're not going back because she threw us out, but we're not going back because we finished our job. That's all we're going to do. We were never there to frame the window.
No, because of the situation, what happened. Technically, they were fired from the job.
Okay. Did you refuse to come back when you talked to him?
Your Honor, I did not. In fact, after he...
Even after she throws you off the job, and
after-
you don't want to go back in there after she throws you off the
Right.
job, do you?
After he called me, and he told me what her cancer was she was going through, I called her up, and I left a message there, and I have the phone record saying, if you still want me to come back tomorrow morning, I'll be happy to come.
So what ended up happening with the window?
Nothing I've done.
Does the window still look like that today?
Correct.
Boy, if you hadn't blown up, you would have had a window on Tuesday after July 4th. So you're literally with a window looking exactly like that. Doesn't seem like such a great idea to blow up, right?
Well, no, because I think it would still have been a hollow window with the frame, so I would have been in the same position.
You are not correct. These people never thought they weren't reframing your thing. They weren't reframing it on your timetable.
Well, it's not the right size.
Okay.
Is the other problem.
What do you mean it's not the right size?
It's
Give me
not.
proof of that other than from your flapping lips. Give me proof of that from a professional that they ordered the wrong size.
I don't have the
Then you
the
cannot
measurement.
prove that they ordered the wrong size. Listen, from one demanding woman to another,
Absolutely.
wouldn't it have made more sense just to have these people come in the next day and fix it? And then if they couldn't fix it, then you hire a different person and you sue them and everything else. But look at the position that you're in.
Right.
You have to worry about the stupid window with the bubble wrap instead of just getting it done.
Right. I
Don't you
would've
sometimes
had-
say to yourself, I've got to take it down a few notches?
No,
No,
I
forget
just,
about the case because you're not going to win the case. So now I'm just asking you.
No,
because I
absolutely
feel
not.
your pain. I am you. You see?
yeah.
And so it just seems to me that you have cut your nose off to spite your face. What's your gimmick? You're an electrician. You couldn't find somebody to put the window in?
I do have somebody.
But
Yeah.
it's
We're-
2
we're
months
happy.
since then.
Yeah. At this
What?
point,
No, wait. I have to know what that. Hold it. Because a picture says 1,000 words. What was that? You did?
Her house.
So did you say to her, listen, the guy's gonna come Tuesday, and what does she say? I'm not ready? What does she say? I'm not even,
When
you know
she's
what?
ready.
Don't even talk. I'm not gonna put you in that position. How long have you two been together?
7 years.
All right, let's keep it that way. All right. In construction, things do not work like clockwork. It's the industry. It's not them and their own professional, and I can't believe it's the industry. So you have to have a little more patience when you're working with this stuff. My verdict in this case is for the defendants. Good luck to everybody.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And hold on, let me be clear on this. The reason that I am not going to force him to return the $200 and additional dollars is because that's for their troubles. They didn't breach the contract with you. So I'm going to let them keep that for all the work that they did do on this before you fired them. All right.
So the plaintiff loses the case, loses her argument, You listened to the judge. How do you feel about what she said to you?
Well, I still believe in a job well done is a job well done, and a person of a word should maintain that word and trust for the customer. And unfortunately, that's not the case, but I hope someone else doesn't have to go through that.
But isn't it partially your problem that it isn't finished now? As you heard the judge. It would have been done the next day.
Well, no, they never confirmed that, and I knew they weren't going to come back because they had paid for a trip.
Well, they said they would.
They said they would, but reality is reality.
How do you know? How do you know? You didn't even give them a chance. Bottom line, it's been 2 months. You still don't have the fixed window.
Right. I would have given them a chance if they would have really meant it.
Well, you have a judge who knows the business.
Absolutely.
And she's like you.
Absolutely.
And she said you spited yourself here.
Absolutely.
So it's your own problem.
Sounds
I'm
good.
sorry.
Thank you very much.
It's the way the judges decided, okay? Thank you very much. I think he knows what you're like. Here comes Brian and David. These are the defendants. Well, what do you feel about this?
Well,
step over here a little
I
bit.
feel bad for her. She's
You would have come
very
back, right?
difficult. We would have come back. We have a 5 record. We have great, all our customers happy. I wanted to make her happy. To me, I would even still go back to help her out. Tried to help her, What can I tell you?
Well, listen, thank you very much. You look very nice. Y'all dressed up today for court, didn't you?
Yes,
Yeah, you
I
did.
should have went by my first gut feelings. I know she's in emotional turmoil state in her life, and I felt bad.
Well, let's
for
not
her.
knock her anymore.
I'm
okay?
not knocking
You
her.
won the
I
case.
wish her the best of luck.
Good enough. Okay.
You take care.
All right. Harvey?
Okay, I just got to tell you, get a licensed contractor. There are so many advantages. You can find out if they have discipline problems, they can have the proper insurance. Just get a licensed contractor. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.